I had an interview today at a fast food restaurant. And some of you might think I look too presentable, and some of you might think I may not be enough. But here's the thing. Everyone else who came looking like the way I do, they were applying for the manager position. Well, I was just applying for the operations staff, like either the chefs or the cookers or the cashier. That's the position I applied for. I took the interview very seriously. I came with this, this green envelope was sealed inside this envelope, so I came extremely prepared. But I still didn't get the job. I'll explain why. So basically, one of the questions they asked me was, give me an example of an obstacle that I overcame. And I gave them the example, an honest example, of when I was in public school, how I was severely discriminated against. Well, mostly that nobody expected, and I also mentioned how nobody expected me to get my high school diploma, or any diploma for that matter, and how I overcame that obstacle. Not only got my high school diploma, but managed to go to college. So I mentioned that, and I also mentioned how, due to my previous work experience, I have very good customer service skills, I'm extremely friendly, and I also mentioned that people always ask for me. I did mention that. But I think I still presented myself as too nervous, and I probably didn't get the job because of my anxiety. Even though I said some really convincing things, like I mentioned honestly that people at my job are always looking for me. But I think because of my disability, well, not my disability, since I hardly mention it, but my resume discloses my disability. I mean, that could be a reason why they won't hire me, but I think the main reason they won't hire me is because of how anxious I was on the interview. They may not understand what autism is. They might not even understand that my symptoms had something to do with autism. Or if I did screw up on the interview. But I didn't tell them. I did mention that I had a disability, like just loosely, like briefly, like one time I mentioned it when I was talking about how I was in school ridiculed for having a disability. I didn't even say autism, I just said I had a disability. That's it. And I honestly think, yeah, I didn't get it. But, and here's the thing. I've applied for many positions. In the last couple of weeks, I applied to 5 more positions. Remember all those months ago I was applying to work at several fast food restaurants? Every single one of them denied me. Everyone. Just as I expected. So I learned from my mistakes there, and I improved on my social anxiety and socialization, but I still think it's not enough. And then I was speaking to another manager who wasn't interviewing people, and she didn't interview me. And I mentioned to her my autism, but I told her, please don't tell anyone, I'm just telling you this, that I've screwed up on all my interviews because of my anxiety. And I also mentioned how 95% of people with autism, college graduates, don't have jobs. Actually, no, I mentioned that to somebody else, not one of the people who were interviewing. But there is a fact that college graduates with autism, 95% of them within the first year don't have a job. And I'm probably going to be one of that statistic too. So it's all because of interviewing, actually. On their jobs, a lot of people who have autism who actually get good jobs end up keeping them. But a lot of them end up getting high-task jobs, like working as cashiers, but they end up not doing so well on. And they get fired. Also, like for small things, they get fired, issues with communication. Okay, anyway, I hope I get the job. I hope, by some miracle I get a job. I mean, I hope by some miracle I get the job, and, I can go from there. Thank you for watching. Bye.